Stop stalking, so jump in.
Okay. So whenever you're ready, we're rolling.
Right. So I was really fortunate. I don't know. Obviously, I met most of you out in Arizona originally, didn't I? Right?
Yeah.
And obviously, we all went out. We had an amazing time and checked out the head office facility. It's like 800 staff in there, and it's just been
Pretty impressive, isn't it?
An incredible place.
It's not amazing.
And I mean, what really impressed me was a number of things actually. Was obviously the integrity of the founders and how on the level they are, how humble, despite having this billion-dollar company that they're running every day, that's just sort of down to work day-to-day people. And also the laboratory and John Anderson's influence is clear and present even to this day. So having the more than 2,000 patents pending across the world adds a great amount of credibility to the company and to the product itself.
Is that patents pending, did you say?
I thought the patents, aren't they?
Yeah, I never picked that up myself, so it's a bit of news that I've just learned that. Yeah.
And it's not just him as well, they have a full out team of 55 plus people on that team of product and research development. So that's, to me, that was something big, because I come from somewhere where we were wondering, like, if it was one guy in his bathroom that was doing products, So now, and we talked to some of them.
Yeah.
We asked them questions, and that was really, really cool.
And they were all so friendly, weren't they?
Absolutely.
Amazingly friendly people. And I saw that right across the board.
Yeah.
From Jim and Kathy right the way to, the guy who took us on the tour. Just such friendly people. Amazing. Great experience.
But ultra sleek and professional as well. I mean, we've all been involved in the industry for several years, if not many more besides. And I mean, having been to different meetings, different countries, different companies, whatever, to go to the Isogenics ICU meeting was really amazing because it was so seamless. There was never any queuing for anything. I mean, there was like thousands of people there, and there's like a volunteer army of people to make sure everyone knows where they're going and what's going on, and whether it's picking up your backpack and your products from the store, or whether it's going in and out of the meetings. There's never any queuing or messing around. They've got it down pat, haven't they? It's really very impressive.
Laura, out of all of us, you've probably been the most successful of anybody here. What's the plus points of Isogenics for you? Because you've run with the high rollers, so to speak. What's the plus points?
The products.
Yeah.
The product line is amazing. It has so many different solutions for whatever your problem could be. I really love it, and I think that's where it starts. To have over 500,000 active members that are on the product for 14 years.
That's unheard of. It
is unheard of. It is unheard of. You see it all the time. When did you join? 2005. When did you join? 2007. It's amazing. You don't see that in our industry very often.
And real customers too.
Well, 80% of the company's customers.
That's a staggering number. If you haven't got a customer base, you haven't got a business really, have you?
No, you do not.
Absolutely.
I think that's a wonderful thing about this too, is that it turns the entire industry on its head, where most companies are very distributor-led, and that and people are buying products to qualify to earn their incomes. Whereas this company is completely the opposite. It's totally customer-focused, totally customer-led. And individuals only have to use what they would naturally use themselves to hit all of their bonuses and all the bonus incomes. That's just such a refreshing difference, isn't it?
Absolutely.
Do you know there's a shelf in my kitchen where the kids would put their bread and junk stuff, whatever. And they're pretty healthy, and the other day I was looking at every single thing on that counter was Isogenics now.
Everything.
Everything. There wasn't one thing that wasn't Isogenics.
And your house is swamped with people sometimes.
It's swamped. It's swamped.
Grandchildren, sons, daughters, everybody. And they're all digging into your pantry.
Well, they're digging in, but it's there for them. And even, which I really would notice, I have to be honest, but I order my groceries online, and I wasn't ordering them. I really wasn't. Like, I would go away for a 2 period of time. Or if you asked me last year, if I went away for a 2-week period, I would be ordering $1,000 worth of groceries.
The real acid test for me was, was out of it all, was seeing all of this amazing stuff, but really was trying the products. I was in such desperate need of these products. I came back from Phoenix on the 21st of September, and I was weighing in around about 16 stone at that point.
Right.
And I started on the products. And all of my head discomfort and all of my joint discomfort disappeared within 3 days. 16 pounds of weight fell off my body within those 3 days.
Wow.
16 pounds. And I was taking the heaviest painkillers you can get
Right.
to try and control the joint discomfort I was having. And it was just incredible. So I just carried on for a few more weeks because quite honestly, I couldn't face going back to eating the stuff that I'd been eating before because it was such a radical change. So I carried on and lost 56 pounds. It's over 4 stone
Wow.
in weight over the last 12 weeks, which is just dramatic, really. And I've never experienced that. You know, I've taken nutrition for 30 years, and to be honest with you, a lot of the time I haven't felt a thing. But instantly I felt something with these products, and it really radically changed my life.
Well, I have to admit, I was quite a sceptic of this particular area of the industry, and having no experience in it until that point. But as a result of the trip, and then we were very fortunate to obviously be some of the first in the UK to be trying for the products for ourselves and seeing the benefits, if any, as I thought at the time. And really, it was for me. It was like, well, you know, it's weight loss,
Yeah.
and you know that is a really great thing, and obviously because carrying the extra weight is a health burden that can create further problems and all that, and you know I've been affected in some ways by that already. But like you say, the real difference is the sustainable change it makes to your mind. So what I realised was that for quite a period of time I've been walking around, and whether it was physically because of the weight and my poor nutrition and diet, or whether it was mentally, it was like walking through treacle of life. And not because I had a bad life in any way, shape or form, maybe one too many chicken wings here and there. Maybe even the odd Stella, who knows. Other brands are available. But what I realised is that the product within 3 or 4 days, it started to lift that. It started to lift me both literally and proverbially out of the treacle and create that mental freedom.
Yeah.
And I now bounce out of bed no later than sort of 9 AM, whereas before it was really one of those situations where every time I woke up I would turn back over and try and sleep for another hour because simply I didn't want to be awake. And it wasn't like sort of a depressive state, it's just that I never felt rested and wanted that extra bit. Now I'm going to bed at 3 or 4 o'clock in the morning, we're out socialising quite a lot, having a fun time, right? Or whatever, I'm just maybe on my computer doing some training, things like that, and then still 4,
So
5,
how much
6
weight
hours.
have you lost now?
Alright, so I've been using the product for about a month,
Yeah.
and in that time I've lost 17 pounds.
Wow.
So still a little bit of a way to go.
And was it difficult?
Well, it wasn't, you know, maybe the first 24 hours because it was new, and so it was like, oh, what do I take and when, and all that kind of thing, but it was like
And you started with the cellular cleanse.
Yes, indeed, yeah. So did the cleansing process, and then progressed on to the shakes, and then, like Laurie says, it's about the supplements too, and that's what I really love, is that it's a practical approach. So it's not like don't be a sinner, be a saint, do everything perfectly, and don't ever have junk food and don't ever do. That's what Sarah said at head office, the nutrition lady, the development lady.
Absolutely.
And I was like, oh right, okay. And I'm like sat there eating a bar, and I'm like, okay, and I've got 3/4 of the way through. I was like, not like I'm full, like I've had a roast dinner. Like I'm no longer hungry and stayed that way till 7 o'clock that night. And it's the same with the shake, and it's just so convenient because we were saying this morning, weren't we, Eric, on the tube on the way over.
Yeah.
It's so convenient generally, but especially because the shake is a nutritionally whole meal replacement. And as such, you don't need to add any milk, which in a lot of other products that are available, that is the case. So you can literally have the powder, put it in a jar or a tub or a shaker or whatever you might have to hand, and go to the tap, and that's you with your meal. So there's never any reason that you ever have to miss it.
I think when I first looked, you look at the 4 specific areas that they deal with in terms of weight management, healthy aging, sports and energy and nutrition. I mean, they could, on first look I thought, well, that's all very aesthetic, it's all about image. But it's only when I drilled down into the products and drilled into the ingredients and what was in there that I really got the value of what this was about, because on the principles of food, air, water, exercise and mental attitude, these superfoods are addressing all of those issues just dramatically. But I'm really keen from, because there's a huge amount of people in the sporting industry that, having heard you, Jenny, talk about these things that really are difficult to swing from one thing to another. Why would a top of their game athlete like you and many others in Canada and America, why would they get involved with isogenics because of these products? What's so great about them?
Well, I started using them in August for my off season, and you get in your way of thinking. You never want to try something new, or lots of athletes don't really look into the nutrition of a product that they're taking as a whole. So I used it myself. I used the pre-workout, the post-workout, the little apple squeezy things, which are my favorite. This was the best off season I've ever had.
Really?
I've stayed linear. The diet wasn't hard. Now I use the Pro Whey, which is a low carb shake that they have. So they do have options.
Yeah.
Where before the regular whey has 24, like the Whey Pro has 24 grams of carbs. Might be too high for different athletes.
Sure.
So now we have that other option.
Yeah.
But same thing, I'm full, I haven't been hungry, there's no sugar cravings, and I'm 12 weeks out now, and I'm in better shape now than I've ever been starting on season, and my coach is super happy.
Yeah.
Because I've actually gained a lot more muscle mass in the last 6 months than I have all of last year.
Wow.
It's really great for us here in the UK and Europe, to have a Canadian support system to us here. Because you not only speak the same language, but our humour level can be sort of fairly similar and fairly common in that sense. But it's really great to be able to have support with people that have actually been doing it. We haven't really had a chance here in the UK yet. We're going to be getting these products very soon. But to have your experience and your knowledge and your wisdom to support us in getting this to move into the UK and Europe is a great help. But as a team, Niazi, what can we do as a team, all of us, to be able to support the people that are looking at this for the first time? Why would they choose us?
Well, first and foremost, to be honest, I mean, why wouldn't they choose us? That's even a bigger question I'll ask. I mean,
Other than the answer to that one.
we've got a wealth of experience, we know exactly what we're doing, and we're all tested and know exactly what the products are doing for us. We've all been in this industry with similar types of products for a very long time that didn't work, and especially when I was told to come out and have a look at isogenics, I was like, whoa. I've been down that road a few times and nothing's worked for me. What is this company going to give me that the other companies ain't put together? So when I went to the headquarters, I was amazed with seeing there's over 70 plus products and scientists in-house working to formulate the best of the best products. And when I attended the event is where I was shocked to see this 80% just customers there to support the company with no benefit because they really love what the company is doing. Now, I was shocked because being in the industry, I thought to myself, this don't happen. I've not seen it anywhere, this don't happen. Most of the time distributors are coming, they're supporting the company because they're a distributor, and that's it.
Are you saying that customers went along to the actual training events for distributors?
Yeah.
And customers went there?
Yeah,
Isn't that amazing?
That was amazing. And then when I came back, I said, I've got to get on these products. And I stopped counting when I lost over 20 kilos.
Yeah.
And that's within 2 months. Wow. So I've never experienced anything like it. So I'm super excited. And when it comes to the process, why people should join us? Well, it's simple. It's not hard work. It's very simple. Just share the products, love it, eat it, share it, and that's all we do.
Yeah. Yeah.
Well, no, I mean, just in terms of our particular group, what I really like about it is that you've got your 10, 15, 20, 25 plus years experience and that traditional way of working. So whether that's in sharing the products and appropriate ways of going, more effective ways of going about doing that, or whether it's running the meetings, and these are all things you've all been doing for some great deal of time and have it right down, and that's really great. But then also we have the combination of the modern and the technological side, so we're using digital systems, we're using online marketing you know, both in terms of training and for sharing the products and all that kind of thing, but then really sympathetically combining those two to the greatest effect.
Yeah.
So, you know, you can go with a leader who's been around for 30 years and that's all great, but they won't have that. Similarly, you can go with someone who's been around for like sort of 5 years like me, you're not going to get that 20-year wisdom. But by actually coming into this strong and unified team...
Yeah, you got to put yourself down, Darius. I've seen the wisdom in there. Lots of wisdom in there.
Hey, look at us hiding well, right?
One of the main thing, I mean, a lot of networkers, they try and go out there and formulate their own system, okay, and they fail. And you know, there's only a certain level that you can get to. But when you bring a whole team of people together with the experience, the knowledge, you know, the drive, and to help support everybody that's going to be a part of this organisation within our team, our group, it's just dynamic. Because it's designed to take them all the way.
This industry is full of cliches, isn't it? And one of the cliches that, and I hate those cliches, but one of the things that I really have to say is that being a product of the product with Isogenics really is, for the first time ever, a real powerful statement.
Yeah.
Because I didn't have to say a single word to any single person that knew me at all. I just took these products and everyone that saw me said, whatever you're doing, I want it.
Yeah.
I want it. I walked into my local pub, the man behind the bar's got a belly is touching the bar and he can't reach the pumps. And he said, I just want what you're doing. What the hell's happened to you? You've been sick? I said,
Hasn't been healthy.
It just said, I want it. You know, and that's been a product of the product. And it comes back to what Laurie says, you know what's so powerful about this company? The products. Take the products.
Absolutely.
Eat it, love it, share it. What a powerful thing.
And the good thing is, it even works when people are skeptical, like Niazi.
Yeah.
At first it was like, I've done that 1,000 times.
Yeah.
It doesn't work.
Yeah.
He tried it, magical.
Yeah.
It worked.
Listen, I was walking down the street yesterday and there was an old chap that I ain't seen for a very long time. He stopped there, he goes, "Are you for real?" I went, "What?" He goes, "I ain't seen you for a long time." He goes, "Are you sick?" I said, "No." Because you ain't got AIDS, have you? I said, no. He goes, "How did you manage to lose all that weight? I've known you for a long time and you were so big and what's going on?" I said, "That'll be telling." He goes, "No, tell me." I said, "I'm just using these products." And he goes, "Give me some." I said, "No." He goes, "Why?" I said, "Well, when I get them, I'll tell you."
Yeah.
I know. That's it. We're all developing these lists now of all these people that are like, you know, I want this.
Customers.
Yeah.
You know, like I want this product, I want what you have.
Yeah.
You know, whether it's the benefit to your skin is like clear and evident, you know, for me anyway, like suffering with eczema and things like that. And then the mental clarity and the weight loss as well. It's just, it really is just an incredible thing.
What was you going to say, Laurie?
I was just say there's so many different choices too. A lot of times you join companies and there's one or two, you know, superstar product and everything else, but these are products that you consume on a daily basis. A daily basis. So,
Yeah.
all different snacks, they're very popular.
That's it.
So getting involved with us as a team, not only then have you got that broad breadth of not only experience and knowledge of, you know, old style but new style,
Yeah.
but also we've got that broad breadth of youth and sports and athletes, and you know, I love this Start Your Life program for the youth because they just love these products and they just love the opportunity to have fun and really enjoy life and make decisions about their future, and I love that. So this company is not just, it's not just aimed at one area, it's every living person that you walk past in the streets either wants to get slimmer or be healthier, wants to age gracefully as opposed to badly, wants to have more energy or wants to be fitter. You know, that's every single person you meet. You can't go wrong.
And I find quite often that the teams that do the best are the ones that most fit into the company's ethos. And so I can think of several examples, but just keeping it on the sort of topic of Isogenics, obviously we've got Jim and Kathy Cougar, who are the 30-40 year veterans of the industry. Kathy having built businesses within the industry, and Jim running more from the CEO corporate side. And that's really lovely and amazing, a great asset to have. But then of course we've got Eric, who's coming in, who's like in his mid-20s, isn't
29, yeah.
29, right, so just turning 30, who's obviously
Just about to become a dad as well, I think.
Is he really?
Yeah, yeah.
Okay, cool.
Isogenics, baby.
He's always good. and he's obviously bringing in the new. So he's doing the YouTube channels, he's doing the
Yeah.
started life, and
Yeah.
you know, all that kind of thing. And it's that combination, and we're really, coincidentally, really, but still, we're imitating or replicating that
Sure,
here in the UK.
Absolutely.
So the great thing for everybody really is to become part of this team and to actually really enjoy the camaraderie, the fun, the laughter, and the wealth and well-being that we're all going to experience. So we want to welcome you all to our team.
Thank you. Thank you.